Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia Lott, and this video is for you if you are ready to try to get yourself excited for the week and set up your weekly spread in your bullet journal. You can plan along with me as I set up my whole deal with my weekly spread. It is going to be very minimalist. I don't do a lot of painting and drawing and tape and stuff like that. And by the end of the week, it'll be very messy. So if that's your vibe, you're in the right place. But first, I'm going to just take a brief look at last week's weekly spread, and I will talk about the quote of the week and also the book that I'm reading now. So I can't call it the book of the week. I don't read that fast, but it is a different book than the one I discussed last week. So that's good. I like to talk about books. But after that, we will get to our weekly spread. We will set up our intention of the week. We will set up our habit tracker, our goal for the rest of December, not much time left, and also our to-do list. So if you are ready for all of that, let's get started. All right, so this is my weekly spread from last week. It was a good week. I am actually later this afternoon. I am getting on a plane. I'm going to Akron, Ohio to visit my friend. I'm really excited about that. I haven't seen her in months, so it'll be good to just catch up, see each other, get a hug, all of that. But I do all of that, and I'm trying to shoot this video. I like to just jam pack everything into one day. It just makes life seem more exciting or something. I don't know. So the video last week and the intention of the week was to see how we can fix our journaling habits, see what is broken and what needs to be repaired, but also being very kind to ourselves and knowing that life happens, and if you break your streak or whatever, it's not the end of the world. So I was trying to be, just more conscious of that and thinking about when I do break a streak or when I do just stop doing a thing, what's going on there, and how can I just improve things going forward. So I rarely ask for advice or permission when I'm planning on doing something I feel strongly about. That only opens up the plan to be crapped on. And that's Anderson Cooper. A lot of times when you are discussing plans with other people have their opinions on what you should be doing or not doing, and that kind of ruins everything. I don't know. How do you feel? Are you more of a person who likes to just tell everyone every idea that you have in your head, or do you like to maybe just wait and see? How do you go about things? And the book I'm reading right now is called ADHD for Smartass Women. So far I haven't finished it. I'm not the fastest reader, but I am enjoying it, and I like that the book is written in just plain language. It's not super clinical. It's not something where you feel as though you're speaking to a medical professional and they're just giving you all this jargon. I feel that it is written for just regular non-medical people such as myself. One thing that I really, really liked in the book that she touched on, I thought it was just a really standout thing that I want to explore more, is this concept of an intelligence report. One thing that she does is that she writes down all of her values. She writes down her likes, her dislikes, her strengths and weaknesses. And I just thought that was brilliant. Anytime you have just issues with your working memory, remembering who you are, that is one reason why I started journaling regularly in the first place, is because I just wanted to have a backlog, a history of things that I was doing, and then I could go back and say, because I would just forget and history would just keep repeating itself and repeating itself. So yeah, I think that just having a reminder of those things and keeping it close to you and having it written down is just priceless. I think that would be wonderful. So one thing here, I want to show you what I did. This is kind of a practice run for what I would like to do, which is going to be probably, I don't know if it'll be an index card, but it'll probably be maybe just a one-page kind of rundown of everything. So I have my list of top 4 values here. And then I have just some other values that really kind of spark with me. So I have authenticity, I have contribution, things like that. And then I have my passions. And it's probably difficult to read, but it says, this is from the book. It says, what would you make a fool out of yourself trying to be good at? What, so think about that. What are some of the things for you that you really put your heart and soul into, and that you really practice, and you're so passionate about it, you're so focused on it, that you are not afraid to look like an idiot in order to improve in this thing. If you have ADHD, or if there's someone perhaps in your life who has ADHD and you're just looking for a little more understanding and some advice as to how to go forward, I do recommend this book, even though I haven't finished reading it just yet. I'm almost done. But you don't want to hear all that. Let's get on with our weekly spread. I have my pen, I have some markers, I have some highlighters. And so let's get started. Week of December 8th through the 14th. There we are, and then directly under here I write my intention of the week. So the intention of the week is simply how I choose to, or how I aspire to move through life and behave and think in the weeks to come, or just maybe in just the next 7 days. So it's just something to kind of at least think about, if nothing else, even if my behavior doesn't change. So yes, I have my intention of the week, and I usually write 3 or 4 lines, maybe a paragraph, and I always start with, I intend to Okay, so my intention of the week is, I intend to remember that while planning is important, life will always change your plans. As long as you stay focused on the main prize, I changed it to prize. It just sounded nicer to me. Everything else will fall into place. I intend to be kind to myself if I don't have everything figured out, as long as I keep moving forward. So yes, so I'm not knocking people. If you would like to have all the steps planned out, go for it. If you can do that and and actually follow through and do all of those things, that's wonderful. Not knocking that. I'm just saying, for me, I'm finally coming to the realization that it doesn't work. So for my life, for the way that my brain works. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just write my goal for the quarter. It seems like kind of a silly goal now, but I just wanted to, it's the middle of last month, I wanted to just decide on something that I kind of shoot for the end of the year. So, I think having shorter time periods too is very helpful. Host 5 events. 5 events. At least one of them in person. Just for giggles, because I do like a checkbox. I do like to be able to just mark things off as I do them. That gives me a little bit of dopamine. So I'm going to go ahead and put check marks. But so far I have only hosted one. I do have several planned for the near future. I'm just gonna bang them out. And then this bottom portion of the page, I just leave this for kind of note taking, kind of scribbles and doodles, and just anything that comes into my mind. And now I am going to make my habit tracker. And then I go ahead and put the days of the week, time blocking. All right, so normally I put these in the order in which I plan to do them throughout the day, but I forgot a thing. So It happens. I'm just going to put it last. But these are the core things that I do every day to kind of keep everything running smoothly. And now I am going to work on my to-do list. Here. Sunday, I put a heart to remind myself not to stress out too much on that day. Don't try to put any to-dos. One thing I always forget to do is put the date. So I want to do that. So this is December 8th. Then I put 3 check boxes. And then I come over here to the other side and go ahead and do Friday and Saturday. Friday the 13th. Duh, duh, duh. And here I'm going to... so nice. So this is kind of a little pre-planning section that I like to incorporate. And then December... let's see, December 22nd through the 28th. There we go. There, I'm gonna go ahead and erase those pencil marks that I made for myself. Sorry, my table is very wobbly. So this is the clean and fresh weekly spread. It's going to get filled up, it's going to get messy, and I'm okay with that. Somehow, it just works for me, like just to see everything kind of smushed together and jumbled up, and I can see my whole week on one page. That is very valuable to me, and I don't like having things kind of spread out around the journal. And then if it's an event rather than a to-do, what I like to do is kind of put it off to the side, and then that way I see it, but it's not a to-do, it's an event. So we'll go ahead and put that, and then that's at 7:30 p.m. So now, so I have December 15th through 21st. I'm just going to copy that from last week's weekly spread, and it just moves up and up and up. So now we have those filled in, and then each day of the week has kind of a theme for me. So that way it's like, if I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing that day, maybe I can do something that goes along with that theme. And then now I try to kind of color code everything. There is no rhyme or reason as to what task has which color. Writing is going to have the same color for both days, and then biz is going to be its own separate color. Doesn't matter which color exactly, but whatever I feel. And then these are the same colors as last week, so I don't care about that either, just whatever. Yeah, okay. And then YouTube, one day I will be organized enough to say, okay, writing's always going to be blue. But sometimes I just look at these markers, these highlighters, and I'm like, no, I want to try this color. So that's how that happens. So next week it could be orange or chartreuse or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, this is my weekly spread. I'm going to also highlight the week. Let's see, so we are on the 8th, the 8th through the 14th. That way I can just open it up. I know what week I'm on. Beautiful, beautiful. I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope to see you again in the next video. And I hope that you'll go down in the description box, check out some of the events that I'm going to be hosting. There's all sorts of stuff down in the description box. Check that out. This is gonna be weird because you can see my face now. I'm gonna give you an upside down wave. Goodbye. Hi. Upside down wave. And also I'll give you a right side up wave. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye.